Hello, and welcome back to State and Local Government and Politics. In Part 2 of Module 7 on executives, we'll discuss terms of office and eligibility and term limits. In the United States, governors hold 4-year terms of office. The exception to this occurs when governors are elected via special election to fill a governorship when the current governor has vacated the seat prior to completing his or her term of office. One of the reasons that a sitting governor would not complete his or her term is related to election or appointment to another political office. A second reason that a sitting governor vacates the governorship prior to completing a term of office is due to losing a recall election. Governor Gray Davis of California was recalled as governor in October of 2003. Following a successful election, the former film celebrity and now politician Arnold Schwarzenegger assumed the governorship. A third reason why a governor might not complete a 4-year term of office is due to death, incapacity, or violation of residency requirements. While death is determinable, incapacity is not entirely clear and is defined in part through legislative branch determination. At times, governors will declare themselves as being incapable of finishing their proscribed terms of office. Finally, a governor might not complete his or her term of office due to resignation for reasons other than those mentioned previously. Public corruption or other felony indictments or convictions may lead a sitting governor to resign from office. The lieutenant governor is not unlike the vice president, serving as the chief officer of the state senate, occasionally casting tie-breaking votes. Unlike the vice president, the lieutenant governor can be elected as a separate constitutional office and frequently represents a different political party than that of the governor, although in over a dozen states, the lieutenant governor is jointly elected with the governor. In most states, when a sitting governor vacates the office prior to his or her term completion, the lieutenant governor becomes either the new sitting governor or the acting governor of the state. Essentially, vacating the office of governor and the elevation of a lieutenant governor to the governorship would lead to significant changes in policy direction and prioritization. In many states, the eligibility requirements for governors specify a minimum age of 30 years at the time of election to office, but there are noteworthy exceptions. Wisconsin's constitution specifically states that individuals elected to the governorship must simply be qualified electors, or 18 years old. Other states, such as Arizona, Montana, and Nevada, require that the elected governor be a minimum of 25 years of age. Residency requirements prior to the election are typically between 5 and 7 years. Missouri and Oklahoma constitutions require prior state residency of 10 years minimum. Mississippi and New Jersey require 20 years minimum U.S. citizenship. Currently, only about half of the state governors are natives of their respective states. Of the non-native governors, 34.1% were born in the Northeast, and 6% were born in the state of New York. Some governors have been born outside the United States. It is well known that former Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger of California was born in Austria. Less commonly known, Jennifer Granholm, former governor of Michigan and former cabinet officer in the Obama administration, was born in Canada. In the last few decades, term limitation has gained heightened interest among voters. The executive branch of the national government saw term limitations come into effect in response to President Roosevelt's unprecedented 4 consecutive presidential election victories in the 1930s and 1940s. In the 1994 general election, the Republican candidates for U.S. Congress made a major push for term limitation, promising to serve only 2 terms of office if elected. As of 2007, 37 states have enacted term limitations on their governorship. In some states, term limits mean that after a governor has served 2 full terms, he or she must wait 4 years before being eligible to run again for the governorship. In Wyoming, an individual can only serve 8 years as governor in any 16-year period. In Virginia, the Constitution allows the governor to serve only 1 4-year term. The individual must then wait 4 years before being eligible to run for a second term. New Hampshire has a particularly interesting and complex term limitation arrangement, with 2 one-year terms of office followed by a 2-year period before the governor is eligible to run for re-election. There are no limits on the number of terms any individual may serve. In 6 states, lieutenant governors are not subject to the same term limitations as governors. perhaps in recognition of the lesser importance of the lieutenant governorship in the policy-making process. Although the lieutenant governor does serve as the president of the state senate and over a long tenure may gain significant influence over closely contested policy measures. In Part 3 of Module 7 on executives, we'll discuss the governor's office.